What's going on, Pro Cutters? I've taken Mrs. ProCut hostage. She's been on me about this never-ending deck build, and today we're going to hang her porch swing daybed. So we're going to show you how to assemble it. Here's the directions, and it's over there in a big-ass box, and we're going to go ahead and pull it out and get this thing together and hang it up. What do you think?
Super excited.
Oh, she sounds it, don't she?
I am.
So we've got everything laid out. You got your base, your back, and your left and right sides. And then my wife spread out the hardware. Got some big nylocks, some big washers, some short and long bolts, and some short screws, some plugs. And it came with a little wrench, and according to the directions, you need an 8-inch Phillips screwdriver, a mallet, and a drill. So I've got my driver here, and I got drill bits over here as well. So the first thing we're going to do is assemble this. So it's just going to get dry fit together and then popped into place with the mallet. So I'm going to pass the camera over to Miss ProCut. And I'm sure moving forward and back and closer and farther away, TC Photography is going to be crying about the audio on this one too. But hey, it's all good. Most of the time, he's just breaking stones anyway. Go check him out. All right. So first thing we're going to do, lift up our side. Put our base in there like that, and get the other side, and then the back. Everything just loose fit right now.
Much bigger than I thought it was. Uh-oh. How far can your arms stretch?
A little difficult to dry fit together solo, but I got it. All right, so now we get our hardware, and so I make sure I get the right one. I will consult with the instruction manual. Stay tuned. All right, so 2 short ones and 1 long one for each side. The first long one goes into the front. Now I'm just going to put it in there loose right now, just started it. And then the shorter ones go in the back. Same thing, I'm just going to put that in there loose at the moment, and then once I get it started, then I'll tighten them all down. I don't know what they said you needed a long screwdriver for, because it certainly wasn't this job. What I'm going to do is put a driver tip in here and send this thing home. There's what I'm looking for. Number 3 screwdriver tip, fellas. Now get 2 shorts and 1 long for the other side, and it looks like they give you 1 extra of each of those in the kit, which is kind of nice. Again, I'm just going easy with these to start them, and then I'll send them home after I get all 3 started. Give them just a couple ugga-duggas. Don't go crazy.
It's an ugga-dugga.
Hear that when it goes rat rat? That's what people call an ugga-dugga. Alright, so the next step, according to this, is go ahead and put in your plugs over top of what you just put in there.
No glue? Thought you were supposed to glue everything with screws.
No glue. Now, where did I put my mallet?
Right there.
So it comes with these little plugs.
It's so bright out I can hardly see.
Get it started and then just give her a whack. Get it started. Give it a whack. Same on the other side. Oh, and they give you an extra one of these as well. Now, my question is, what are these little freaking screws for?
Probably
Okay.
something to do with the ropes.
All right. So we got 4 ropes here. And they are labeled J1 and J2, so let's see which is which. J2 to the front, J1 to the back.
Is that John 1 and John 2?
Yeah. We're going to have a lot of editing to do. Okay. 2 in the front, 1 in the back. Oh, they already came with some Boha freaking eyelets too. We're not going to be using those. I bought something a little nicer. But on the machine bolt side, we're just going to stick it in there, and then big washer, big nylock, and the wrench that it came with. Now you can probably use this screwdriver for holding your eyelet in position. So put a washer on and get your nut started. Now I'm going to go ahead and lift this thing up, make my life a little bit easier instead of fighting the thing being on the ground. And you're just going to crank these down, and there'll be 1 at each corner. So the next step, these metal brackets get screwed onto the side here with these small screws, and you can see there's already 4 little dimples where you put your screws. So you go ahead and get your driver. Again, I like to get them all started before I send anything home. Special Chinese stripping screws. Gotta be careful with them. They're junk. And that one broke right off.
You could hand screw them.
Alright. On the other side, I'm going to do it different. I'm going to send the first one home. And I'm going to put the rest of them in like that, one at a time, instead of trying to freaking do it like I would normally do everything else. Because clearly that didn't work. So we'll try a different method. Get one ready. And send the damn thing home. Yeah, see those holes, the holes that they give you there don't really line up. So that's why when I tried to do it the other way, it pissed the damn thing off. All right. So don't worry about using their little friggin' dimples that are on there, because they're not where they need to be. Just go ahead and use one to start, and then put the screws where they need to go to finish them. And it'll work much better, though you'll still strip out these cheap Chinese screws. Alright, now we hang it. Alright, so I've measured across from eyelet to eyelet. And then I got the center point of my rafter, and then I took my measurement over there, divided it in half, and then marked my lines on this side and that side. So now I can drill in my eyelets that are going to be used to hang the seat. Alright, so I bought this nice hardware forged stuff to go in there. They're a little bit too long to put in. They don't clear the roof, so I'm having to cut 6 threads off of them. So I just used 2 of my nuts and threaded it onto my scaffolding, marked the first 6 threads with a Sharpie, and then using a metal blade in my Sawzall to cut them down to length. And then before I unbolt them, just use a Dremel to dress up the end. And then when you take off this nut, it clears any other burrs that you might not have got with the Dremel. And then this way they're short enough to put in there, and I'll show you that in a second. I drilled my eyelets, the forged eyelets, into there. And now I'm working on tying off the rope to level out the swing. I got to raise it back up higher because I just sat in it to tighten down the ropes, and it's going to take a little bit of work to go ahead and get this dang thing leveled out and tight where it needs to be and staying into place. So I'm just going to keep fiddling with these knots and see what happens. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll pop back on once I have this thing sorted out. Alright, so with minimal cussing but lots of aggravation, we got the strings, or ropes rather, pretty much level. Now my wife has the cushion and she's about to put the cover on. And that's about all there is to it. I do need to go get a wrench so I can tighten up my forged eyelets properly. Other than that, she's gonna get this cover on.
She's a beaut, Clark.
And we'll be ready to go. Repeat that louder.
She's a beaut, Clark.
You heard it, folks. Like, comment, and subscribe. And so here it is with the mattress cover on. Now all she needs is 20,000 lady pillows on it, and it'll be ready for reading a book.
20,001.
Oh, 20,001. My bad.